This new Nintendo, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. I'm glad they went with wired controllers instead of IR controllers like the Sega console. That was my first thing. Was like, if you guys are unaware, there's Nintendo is making this new. It's not a console, I don't think.
Right. It
doesn't play games. It's just a box.
It's a handheld box.
It's a Nintendo branded Raspberry Pi is what it is.
Yep.
That has the original Nintendo controllers. Once again, another smart move.
Mm-hmm.
And it plays like 30 of the most popular Super Nintendo games. Missing Turtles, but beggars can't be choosers.
What are you gonna do, right?
My first thought was that Sega has been doing this for a while.
Yep.
But actually, it's a third-party company, I think. It's not really Sega. It's somebody else who just has their licensing right. And they released theirs with like 80 games, but like 20 of them are like Sony game or like Sega games, excuse me. And the rest are really crappy.
Yep.
And they give you wireless controllers, but it's IR wireless, which...
So if you're not pointing directly at the system the whole time, it's a nightmare, which... If you ever tried to play a video game doing this the whole time, it's a nightmare.
It's absolutely terrible.
You can't relax at all. I relax and play, my controller quit working.
Yeah.
Somebody walks in between you and the controller system, it quit working.
Yeah.
It's the worst. Absolute worst.
I think we played it once and then it hasn't been open since.
Yeah, it was an awful idea.
But Nintendo also has this new one. I'm kind of let down a little bit that it doesn't also play cartridges.
Right.
I would have definitely paid an extra $30, $40 to have it play cartridges.
Easily.
But still cool. They kind of left it open up to the idea that they might be able to add games in the future, which I would be all about that. And even so, even if they just like had like little SD cards that had an extra 20 games you could buy for $10 and just pop it in the side or whatever, that would be phenomenal to me. That would be awesome.
Yeah, well, I thought it was kind of funny too. I was watching some internet reviewers talk about this, and they were saying they don't think it's going to sell that much because anybody who wants to play these games has already found a way to play them, like illegally or. And I was like, what about people that just have I just buy the games, like I'm part of a lone demographic or lone crowd, but I go, like, if I want to play an old cartridge game, I just buy the cartridge. Like,
see, I think part of the problem in their thinking is that a lot of times people who are on the internet have a lot of trouble thinking about people who aren't on the internet.
Right.
And when this came out, I saw a ton of Facebook posts where people were like, "This is so cool. We have to get this."
Yep.
These are people who don't do emulators, don't do any of that stuff. So this is a fresh new idea to them to get them those old games instead of dusting off the old Nintendo.
Yep.
Because I think, and people are aware you can do emulators, but they don't care about it enough to go to the trouble of
or there's
and making it work.
Yeah, they're scared of all of the processes you have to go through to get it to actually be a thing, which I understand because I don't like emulators personally because I'm a fan of the power. I love the feel of the cartridge and the fact that it's as responsive as it is, and that I can't cheat and use save states and all that. But I mean, it's one of those things. It was kind of a funny idea to me. People were like, "Oh yeah, people have already found a way to play these games illegally." It's like, I just own cartridges. I have the games. That's how I play them. Like, big thing for me though is if it's gonna be. I mean, they're probably not going to, but like, I want a version like this or a system like this, but Super Nintendo.
Yes.
Like, I'm a Super Nintendo kid through and through. Like, don't get me wrong, the Nintendo was a great system. I love it to death, but Super Nintendo is where it's at for me. Mm-hmm. Always has been, always will be. Like,
give me Super Nintendo with Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, Turtles 4.
Yep.
And
you're set, man.
That's it. That's all I need. You can charge me for the same for the whatever games.
But... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's good that they're putting some of these on there, though, because I was down at the used game shop the day, Rock 30. Mega Man on the Nintendo right now, or Mega Man 2 is going for $100 for the cartridge used. Mega Man is going for $90, so, if you want to save a little money, you play the first one. But, so, I mean, it's good for that sense of it, but, I mean, that's
And I guess this would also appeal to people who want to play these games but don't want to get into the whole collecting aftermarket that's kind of popped up in the last 10 years or so.
Mm-hmm. Well, that, and it's also HDMI compatible, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Because I would love to have a HDMI port put onto my Retro Duo that I have downstairs, so I could play my Nintendo and Super Nintendo games in glorious 1080p and see every single pixel instead of being all fuzzy like it is. But I mean, so it's going to be nice because, right now, as it stands, I have to hook up to the video ports in the back, and it's kind of a hassle to do all that. So, but I think, overall, smart move by Nintendo in doing this, but I really think that it should have been able to play games, or they're going to definitely need to expand that, because 30 games, let alone 30 Nintendo games, is not going to last people that long, because Nintendo games were friggin' hard.
Plus, chances are pretty good you're only going to like about
15
if you're lucky of those games are going to be games that you've actually played and you like.
Yep.
And, and the rest is...
Yep, they're games, yep.
So
friggin' hard that you get super frustrated with, you don't want to play anymore, because you're just like, I'm done. I hate this. But yeah, so that's I think overall is a good move on Nintendo's part, but they definitely need to think about expanding that market.
Yeah. Come on, Nintendo. Super Nintendo. I know you can do it.
Do it.